Hey again, this is Andy from potatoesandpearls.com, and in this video I am going to show you how to make chicken lemon rice soup, or also called avgolimino soup, in the Instant Pot. It's a really simple recipe, really easy to throw together. There is one step that you are going to have to do outside of the Instant Pot, but it is really quick and a nice hearty soup. I'm going to start off with the Instant Pot in saute mode. Like I say in all of my videos, be careful. Saute mode can get very hot. So just make sure you don't burn yourself. And I've put in 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm just trying to get that butter to go ahead and melt down. And so once the butter has melted, I am going to go ahead and add in about a half a cup of chopped onions and about 2 tablespoons of garlic, and I'm just gonna go ahead and saute that in the butter just to get those soft, not to totally brown it, just to get the garlic and the onions softened up before we start adding in the other ingredients to the pot. Once you've gotten the onion and garlic to soften in the Instant Pot on saute mode, we are going to stay in saute mode and go ahead and add our chicken. You are not going to cook the chicken all the way once it is in the pot on saute mode. We're just going to get like a little bit of color on the chicken. It'll finish cooking once we set it on the pressure cooker mode. With the chicken, you're going to add in some salt, some pepper, and some celery seed. I don't like to add in a whole bunch of extra flavors to this. I like to keep it simple just because we do have some hearty ingredients in here. So just that salt, pepper, and celery seed is good. I don't even like to add in chopped celery just because it adds too much chunkiness to the soup. So the celery seed is pretty perfect. And so you're going to go ahead and just mix that all together with the butter and the onions, the garlic, and the chicken. Once again, we're not cooking the chicken to completion. We're just getting a little bit of color onto it. And then you're going to go ahead and add in about 3 cups of chicken broth. Just go ahead and add those in slowly, and we're still in saute mode. So don't turn it off, like keep it in saute mode and put in those 3 cups of chicken broth. And so you're just going to make sure with every ingredient, I like to just make sure everything is blended together, that we don't have a bunch of onion clumped up in a corner, or garlic, or the chicken is like stuck together at the bottom. Just make sure you get a good stir on everything and just get that all blended up. And then the last thing that you're going to do is you are going to add in a cup of rice. You don't need to add in as much rice as I did. I once again like a nice thick hearty soup, but I would recommend adding in between a half a cup to a cup of rice. Now that we have all of our ingredients in the pot, we're going to go ahead and turn off saute mode, and we're going to get ready to put the Instant Pot in pressure cooker mode. You'll go ahead and place your lid, and you're going to turn the back valve to not venting. It's very important when you are pressure cooking. And we are going to have this in here for 15 minutes. So once you've gone ahead and set it into pressure cooking mode, you'll go ahead and set the timer for 15 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and let this cook. I have let the Instant Pot sit for about 5 minutes after the buzzer went off, just so it can get a little extra cooking and absorbing time. So I have already released the valve, and I am taking the lid off now after it sat for a little bit. And as you can see, all of our ingredients have cooked up. I once again like a very hearty soup, so this may look less soup and more just mush, but we are going to go ahead and add in a cup and a half of water and get everything stirred together, and you're gonna see how this turns into a soup by the end of the video. So don't worry, it's not gonna look like this forever. This is a portion of the recipe that takes place outside of the Instant Pot. You're going to take 3 egg yolks, and to those 3 egg yolks you are going to whisk in a half a cup of lemon juice. So you want to go ahead and whisk that together. While you're doing that, your Instant Pot needs to be on the keep warm setting. So just make sure that it's still in keep warm. You haven't turned your Instant Pot off. So you whisk together your eggs and your lemon juice, and you get that all stirred and mixed up together. This is why it's important that your Instant Pot is still in the keep warm mode. You are going to slowly add in the broth from the Instant Pot into the egg lemon juice mixture. It's okay if some rice gets in. It's okay if some onion gets in. That's not an issue. You want to make sure that it is a good spoonful of liquid. And so I used a ladle, so I just put in a little bit at a time. You don't want to dump it in because you don't want the eggs to cook, but you still want to get this mixed together into a hot broth sauce type of concoction. So as you're spooning it in, you want to go ahead and keep whisking at the same time. So do a spoonful, whisk it in. It only took me about 3 spoonfuls to get to the consistency that's needed and get everything blended together. Once you have put together your egg, lemon juice, and some of the broth mixture, and that'll probably take you about, I would say, a cup of the broth, or maybe a cup and a half, to get that to kind of blend in with the rest of the broth, so it's not just like eggs and broth, it's a mixture. You're going to want to go ahead and pour that slowly into your soup that is on keep warm in the Instant Pot. So you'll go ahead and pour that in slowly, and you should be able to see your soup come together, where now that you can see, you're looking at my screen, that it looks like a soup instead of just a mush in the pot. Now that the lemon egg mixture has been added back into the soup and everything stirred together, you can see that we have our completed soup, and we are at the end of making our lemon chicken rice soup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This soup is really hard. I like to make it really hearty. I've seen a couple of recipes where it's been less ingredients, or people have added in celery, or have had less rice, or just done different things, but I like a soup to be nice and thick and filling, and that's what this does. It comes out so good. It really is less is more. You don't need a whole bunch of seasonings and stuff. Just the salt, pepper, celery seed, and your garlic and onions, and it just comes out really good. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And if you are into food, if you are into home, and if you are into travel, this is the channel for you, and I hope you consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Once again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I post weekly. And until next time, bye!